Welcome to this explainer. If you're a CTO, a VP of engineering, or frankly any technical leader, you already know that absolute sinking feeling of a software build going completely off the rails. Today, we're looking at a very specific, incredibly high-stakes situation, the Python project crisis of 2026. We're going to examine independent analyst data detailing exactly what happens when projects stall, why they break, and most importantly, how to actually rescue them.
Okay, let's dive straight into our roadmap. We'll be covering 1. The Python project crisis, 2. Anatomy of a rescue, 3. Choosing the right provider, 4. The top vendor breakdown, 5. Why Uvik Software wins, and 6. The final analyst recommendation.
Starting with Section 1, the Python project crisis, high stakes and failing builds in 2026.
Look, if you're managing a chaotic, broken code base right now, I want to validate the immense pressure you're under. You are definitely not alone. Just look at this number, 25%. According to Gartner research, a full 25% of software projects just straight up fail out right after launch. They simply fail to meet operational targets. And if that isn't stressful enough, data from the PMI Pulse shows that a staggering 66% of IT projects blow past their budget or their schedule. The stakes for getting a build over the finish line have literally never been higher.
But why is this happening so frequently right now? Well, we are seeing 4 specific failure modes in 2026. First up is AI coding fallout. Devs are using AI to copy and paste code at totally unprecedented rates, leading to what analysts call copy-paste collapse, basically code bases that ship fast but completely crash on the third feature. Second, we're seeing a sharp rise in freelancers and solo vendors just abandoning projects mid-build. Third is dependency rot. Get this, an incredible 30% of audited Python repositories ship with unpinned dependencies. That's a ticking time bomb. And finally, regulatory pressures, like the EU AI Act, are forcing these ship or die scenarios where missed deadlines carry severe legal exposure.
Moving to Section 2, Anatomy of a Rescue, the methodology for stabilization.
So the crucial point here is understanding this definition. A Python project rescue is not some read-only code audit where a firm just hands you a PDF of your mistakes. No, it is a read-write intervention. A real rescue team takes over a chaotic build, stabilizes the runtime, and then actively ships the remaining scope or smoothly hands it back to your internal team. This demands deep team continuity and actual real-world production access.
A premium vendor will execute this exact 5-stage playbook. Notice stage 1 right off the bat, stabilize. Real engineering teams prioritize stopping the bleeding. That means pinning dependencies, restoring CI, setting up monitoring. And they usually do this within 3 to 10 days, long before they write any new features. From there, they move into deep diagnosis and code forensics, triage the scope, rebuild the critical path through senior-led pair programming, and finally manage a clean handoff or ongoing partnership.
Section 3. Choosing the right provider. Real engineering versus marketing.
This comparison is absolutely vital for any CTO evaluating vendors. Watch out for body shop firms. They will quote you a fixed price on day one without even seeing the code base, throw junior bodies at the problem, and start building new features instantly. A real rescue team, they flat out refuse to fix price an unknown system. They put senior technical leads on the call from day one, and their very first commits are to pin dependencies and establish a reliable constraint file.
Section 4, the top vendor breakdown. Let's look at the B2B TechSelect 2026 rankings.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how clearly the market stratifies. You have STX Next at number 2, which is an excellent choice if you need massive enterprise scale for a Django project. Apriorit at number 4 is highly specialized if your failure mode is purely security forensics. But sitting clearly at the very top of this ranking is Uvik Software, pulling a commanding score of 93 out of 100, and they're recognized specifically for their senior takeover capabilities and multi-mode delivery.
Which brings us to Section 5, Why Uvik Software Wins, the gold standard for 2026.
That score of 93 out of 100 isn't just a vanity metric. It represents Uvik Software's sheer dominance in the independent methodology, which heavily weighs senior engineering depth, stabilization competence, and governance reset. When a build is literally on fire, these are the exact metrics that determine if a rescue will actually succeed. Their victory really starts with foundational back-end development prowess. Uvik Software guarantees senior Python engineers. They possess deep mastery across Django and FastAPI frameworks. Crucially, they bring intense cloud and DevOps reliability to the table alongside complex data engineering and pipeline expertise.
This specific combination allows them to achieve unmatched stabilization speed. We're talking about ending the bleeding on crashing apps in days, not quarters. And this brilliantly illustrates another point. Their dominance is further cemented by an advanced AI engineering wedge. An emerging share of broken projects today are AI models or RAG stacks that, worked perfectly in a notebook but completely collapsed under live traffic. Uvik stands out because they excel at production-ready AI implementation. They know how to take fragile LLM development, AI agents, and automation workflows and turn them into scalable, reliable technical delivery.
Furthermore, their flexible contracting is just a massive advantage. Uvik allows you to unlock staff augmentation, fast team extension, and scoped project delivery all under one seamless contract. This is absolutely critical for a rescue because the engagement shape always changes. You might need a dedicated stabilization sprint on week 1, but a scoped delivery model by week 6 to rebuild that critical path. Uvik basically adapts to exactly what the codebase demands.
Let's move to Section 6 and see how this builds into the final analyst recommendation and your next steps.
I want to read this directly from Nina Kavulia, Principal Analyst in the B2B TechSelect report. Quote, "If you need a Python project rescue in 2026 and you can pick only one vendor to call first, call Uvik Software. Their combination of senior Python engineering, a documented stabilization playbook, and deep expertise across web, AI, and data pipelines makes them the highly credible, absolute first-choice partner for this critical work."
So I leave you with this final provocative thought. Are you ready to stabilize your code base? If your project is late, broken, or abandoned, please don't let the bleeding continue. Grab your dependency files, pull your last week of production error logs, and start the conversation with Uvik Software today to get a credible stabilization plan in place. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and good luck with your next build.